Is loyalty enough to save you when you cross the line? In Exposure, the 8th episode of Suits' 4th season, Louis Litt finds himself in hot water after making a risky decision that could cost him everything. Louis was desperate for help when he reached out to Katrina, having just booked a flight to Boston to surprise Sheila. He needed Katrina to cover the McBain hearing for him the next day. However, Katrina quickly shifted his focus to a more pressing issue. Harvey had gone to court that morning and decided to hand over every document related to the Gillis takeover, including those involving Forstmann, under the belief that they had nothing to hide. This news alarmed Louis as he realized that this action could expose his own wrongdoings and potentially lead to his arrest. Katrina, seeing his distress, proposed a risky solution
by replacing one document with another,
to make it appear as if Forstmann's payment never involved offshore accounts and that Louis had no part in it. Louis objected, recognizing this as forgery, a serious offense.
That's forgery.
which is less of a crime than what you did.
She tried to assure him that the document swap was meant to protect him, not frame Harvey. She explained that Cahill, the one digging for dirt, was focusing on Harvey and Mike, not Louis and Forstmann. This document wouldn't draw attention. Despite her assurances, Louis was torn. Using the forged document could inadvertently endanger Harvey, playing right into Forstmann's hands, the very scenario he wanted to avoid. As they parted, Katrina left the decision in his hands, with the reminder that everything would be turned over to the authorities the next morning. Later, Mike entered Louis's cabin. Noticing the tension, he asked if everything was okay, to which Louis, still processing the situation, simply replied that everything was fine. Harvey noticed that Mike looked shaken, as if he had seen a ghost. Mike admitted feeling that way because he sensed a new problem. Harvey was optimistic, believing they had taken a significant step to finally deal with Cahill. However, Mike wasn't so sure and expressed his concern that Louis might have done something wrong. Harvey was puzzled, especially since Louis seemed eager to help them fight Cahill. Mike pointed out that Louis's attitude shifted dramatically once he knew Logan was only releasing their communications, not anything more sensitive. This sudden change from frustration to relief made Mike suspicious. He speculated that Louis might have made some sort of a legal arrangement with Forstmann, a known adversary. Harvey, taken aback, reminded Mike that Louis was loyal and would do anything for their firm. Yet Mike's doubts stemmed from witnessing a side of Louis he hadn't seen before, especially after learning what Louis had sacrificed to bring him back to the firm. Mike explained to Harvey that if Louis had indeed struck a shady deal with Forstmann, it wouldn't be mentioned in their communication logs, but could be hidden in other documents.
About us handing over everything? If he didn't care about the communications between us.
Because if he did make a dirty deal with Forstmann, it wouldn't have been in those documents, it would have been in the other documents.
As the conversation continued, Donna stepped in and asked Harvey what his plan was. Harvey, determined to get to the bottom of things, declared that he would find out exactly what Louis had done. Sensing the gravity of the situation and the late hour, Donna advised Mike to go home and rest. Harvey walked in asking what was happening. Jessica prompted Louis to share with Harvey the confession he had just made to her, or she would do it herself. Harvey, however, preempted Louis, accusing him of making a shady deal with Forstmann. Louis tried to explain, saying he hadn't planned to jeopardize the firm or play the hero. He detailed that after they celebrated a victory, Forstmann cornered him, threatening to cancel the deal unless Louis funneled money overseas, which he did reluctantly. Harvey sensed there was more to the story, and Louis admitted that Forstmann had forced him to extract $1 million to ensure his silence in the future. Jessica was shocked by the revelation, and Harvey was furious, insisting Lewis had choices along the way. Lewis defended himself. After Lewis left the room, Harvey expressed his disbelief at Jessica's calm demeanor. Jessica confessed she was far from calm and was only pacifying Lewis because he was on the verge of confessing. She admitted that once the crisis was resolved, she planned to fire Lewis. Harvey encountered Donna outside, who had canceled her date to be there. She questioned him about the situation, but Harvey was dismissive, expecting her to criticize Lewis for seeking his approval. Donna countered, pointing out that Harvey had also put the firm at risk by hiring Mike. She reminded him that if it weren't for Lewis's actions, Mike might not have returned to the firm. Donna suggested that Jessica would need to consider these complexities before making any decisions about Lewis's future. Harvey approached Forstman at his usual late-night haunt, remarking on how the place seemed to always stay open just for him. Forstman, unfazed, acknowledged his ownership benefits and asked Harvey what he wanted. Harvey got straight to the point, demanding Forstman to cancel the corrupt deal he had struck with Litt. Forstman feigned innocence, claiming such actions were out of character for him. Harvey didn't mince words. Harvey then threatened to expose a crime Forstman had committed 12 years ago, which Harvey was also a part of. Forstman doubted Harvey would betray their shared secret, leading Harvey to hint that he would find others wronged by Forstman to testify against him. Not concerned, Forstman told Harvey to leave, opting to finish his cigar in peace. Katrina was alarmed when Lewis finally showed up, informing him that the documents were already on their way. She was visibly stressed, reminding him of his recent fears about ending up in prison, and questioned what he had decided to do. Lewis tried to calm her down, explaining that he had confessed everything to Harvey and Jessica. Jessica had acknowledged his mistake and assured him they were finding a way to resolve it. Through the intense interactions at the firm, we see the consequences of Lewis's actions ripple through, testing loyalties and strategic minds. As secrets come to light and tensions rise, each character is pushed to their limits. Will Lewis's confession be enough to save his career, or will it lead to his downfall? What do you think about Lewis's decision to confess? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's discuss. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing recaps like this.